Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. This is Alvaro Cortez Jr., aka Lance, around 3, 4 o'clock morning. But again, I usually like to live stream when I have a couple of things that I would like to say, and if I have something to talk about. And real quick, first off, um, Miguel Angel Sanjurjo, affectionately known as Guelo. He was a pillar in the Puerto Rican comic book community, and unfortunately, he passed away a couple of days ago. He created an now iconic Puerto Rican comic book character named Hibaro Samurai, and it was one of the more recognizable, one of the best indie comics in Puerto Rico. It had been around for about maybe 12, 13 years. It was around for a long while. It was probably a little longer than that. I was fortunate enough to have known him. We were colleagues at one point in the same comic book studio a long time ago, and he was always just so full of energy and very charismatic, always with a smile on his face. And even when he would get a little bit grumpy or something, it wouldn't stay for long. Like he would immediately be cracking jokes again and, kind of making things more lively around him. Rest in peace. It hasn't even been a month since another colleague, Jose Reyes, passed away. Both huge losses to the Puerto Rican comic book community. Um, Again, just rest in peace. They both leave a rich legacy of comic books behind. And artists as well, like doing Voodoo Inc. and collaborating with other artists like Pepe Vaz and all that on other anthology comics in Puerto Rico, which are more known as like underground comics. So again, he was a pillar. He was one of the creators with the longest trajectory in that sense as well. Once again, created an iconic Puerto Rican comic character in Hibaro Samurai. He will be missed, especially in conventions as well. He was always the life of the party at conventions and activities. So rest in peace. You have a rich legacy behind you, and we're going to make sure that nobody ever forgets about that legacy. It's been a rough start to 2022, man. Not gonna lie. Um, it's been a crazy start. I've been talking. I guess recently I was talking with a friend about that, about how crazy this year has started. Especially losing two colleagues like that as well. Like not even 1 month in between, barely 3 weeks in between. That's life, man. You have to appreciate every moment. You have to not take anything for granted, and also you have to keep pushing forward, and hopefully um all of us here that are going to continue working on our projects will kind of be a nod to these guys as well, in as a sign of respect. I was actually supposed to upload a video today um, for Enter the Danger Zone, and I just couldn't like bring myself to upload it because it's just like again, two colleagues dying in the span of like about 2 weeks and a half. I almost debated not even doing this live stream, but again, like you have to keep pushing forward. You have to move forward. It's what both would have wanted. Both of them creatives. They will have pushed forward regardless as well. because that's what we do. The show must go on, and just a few seconds of silence for Jose and for Guelo. All right, the weekend is upon us. I'm probably going to live stream again later tonight with a chill art stream. This stream right now shouldn't take too long. I just mostly wanted to talk about Comic House. Comic House is a app that's based in the UK. It's been called the HBO of comic book streaming, and it's the indie alternative to comic book apps like Comixology and Comic House is pretty much that indie alternative. And right now, Nevermind actually just got uploaded into the app. So if you subscribe to the app, it's subscription based. It's £3 a month. That's about $4.30 every month if you do the tier with ads. There are other tiers that are worth more if you want it without ads. It's just like a simple banner at the bottom of the app, and just like one ad that appears before you start reading the comic. It's not very intrusive at all. And Nevermind was just uploaded this morning into it, and that is super exciting. Um, Not just Nevermind, but issues 1 through 3, actually, a Project New Wave is up there. And yes, I said issue 3. I did want to explain that for a second also, because I know a lot of people are wondering what happened with issue number 3 of Project New Wave since we had announced it since December. Unfortunately, and the same thing is happening with the Canon Girl Truthful Comics edition as well. Um, we publish our comics through Kablam, or rather, we print it through them, and they were severely affected by the paper shortage crisis, and they're still kind of in the weeds with it. So they've been struggling to put out new merchandise, new comics, and whatnot. And since they really don't put the digital version of the comics until they do the physical copy as well, they're pretty much in limbo right now, or at least in a very long queue or something, until like it's our turn to have our stuff done. They're supposedly working on it as we speak to his comic at least printed ahead. Again, it's been waiting since December. I do apologize for that. I do know that it was out of our hands. We were at the mercy of Kablam. Fortunately, at the Noise comic book activity that a couple of weeks ago, he actually printed out a handful of ash cans in newsprint paper, actually, of issue number 3 of Project New Wave. People loved it. We are definitely exploring our options with the whole mess with Kablam. Again, not their fault. Like it's a worldwide thing. They haven't been able to recover as quickly as other places. Understandable, but we have to keep pushing forward as well, because if we just publish these things for ourselves, that's no problem. But there were people expecting those comics, so we have a responsibility to put our product out there for the people that were expecting it. So hopefully that will be resolved soon. um, Once again, if you want to read issue number 3 of Project New Wave, if you subscribe to the Comic House app, you can definitely stream issues 1 through 3 there. There's also like I think a 7 or 14 day um free trial as well for the app, so you can actually um, download the app. You can, check out the trial for 7 or 14 days. Check out the comics, see if it's worth checking out all the other independent comics that you'll find there. Like you'll even find like the most random things. Like there are 10th Muse comics there. I don't know if anyone remembers 10th Muse. It was a comic that came out originally through Image. Like I believe it's called the comic studio that does like unauthorized biographical comics about like artists and political figures and whatnot. They're on that app as well, I believe. So there's definitely a lot of variety, very indie stuff there, stuff that you may recognize. So you can definitely check that out. Let me just show you guys real quick this graphic that Manuel Carmona did for the Nevermind getting into Comic House. Let me look that up real quick. Yeah, I should have had this on hand already. But again, like I wasn't really expecting to live stream now. But again, it's one of those things that if I don't do it now, I probably won't just do it. And sometimes to kind of clear your head, you just go ahead and just do it. So let me share this real quick. There you go. That is the Truthful Comics edition of Nevermind. I am not going to put up the original 12 strips because I just don't want to confuse people on the app with what to read or whatnot. And also, I would like to have like some scarcity with some of the comics now available at Comic House. There's Project New Wave issues 1 through 3. There's Nevermind, the Full Comics edition, which is the pretty much the remaster of the original 12 strips. You can stream it there. Again, it's about $4.30 a month, and you'll see hundreds of independent comic books there that seem really cool, really interesting. You can definitely check it out or at least give it a shot with the free trial as well. And once we get more news from Kablam about the printed versions and the digital downloads from their part, we'll definitely keep you guys posted as well. And that's another thing. Also, I'm also preparing the files for Nevermind and other comics as well to pretty much try and give a shot at Amazon Kindle as well. Years ago, I had uploaded the original PDF of the original 12 strips of Nevermind to Amazon Kindle, and that's actually how I was able to get surviving copies of Nevermind to do the reprint last year. Hey Armando, how are you doing? I tried to stream later than your show to not step on your toes or anything, but unfortunately, if anyone tried to see Armando's podcast today, he was having technical issues. I'm actually seeing that I'm having some technical issues myself, so I'm not going to be here for too long because I know I'm stepping on other people's live streams. This is not on purpose, believe me. Um, I get rare opportunities during the day to actually live stream during an hour where people are actually awake. And yeah, anyone that was trying to check out Armando's podcast Otro Mas, check it out at his Spellbox Comics YouTube channel. To anyone that's I don't know if it's still going. I believe Comic Masters is also live streaming right now. You can check out their Facebook page, their streams. Comic Masters is also the name of their YouTube channel, so you can definitely check that out as well. They're actually going to do a tribute to Guelo as well next week, so um, you guys should tune into that as well. And whoever's streaming at this hour too. Fridays are surprisingly crowded for streaming, um, which is why I usually try to avoid streaming on Fridays and why I upload videos instead, whether it's Enter the Danger Zone or the random unboxing video that I did last week. And also, of course, my podcast, which will be returning hopefully next week. I was taking a mid-season break, so there's going to be 6 more new episodes of the Serene Chaos podcast. So that's part of the whole short updates that I was talking about. Also, our website, truthfulcomics.com, and my own personal website, artofalvaro.com, has been completely updated with all the web comics. Of course, there's going to be constantly new blogs over at truthfulcomics.com. There's going to be new blogs at my personal website soon as well, so stay tuned for that. I think I'm going to yeah, I think I'm going to pretty much end this now. Like, it's going on for like about 20 minutes without counting the intros. Um, so yeah, rest in peace, Guelo. Rest in peace, Jose M. Reyes. Um, I think I just muted myself or something. Okay, there we go. I don't know if I got muted or not. Like again, like there's a little bit of technical hiccups here as well. I don't know if it's like a server problem or something, but rest in peace, Gelo. Rest in peace, Jose M. Reyes. Um, from my part, as I mentioned before, Nevermind, now available at Comic House. Project New Wave issue number 3 is also available there. Once we get updates from Kablam for Project New Wave number 3 and the Canon Girl Truthful Comics edition issue 1, I'll let you guys know, of course. Um, Once again, there's new stuff at the websites. There's going to be more new stuff as well. I don't want to be vague, but a lot of big stuff, at least big for us, big to us, is coming. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the stuff we've been putting out there. I hope you look forward to the new stuff and remixes of the old stuff as well. I hope you all have a great weekend. It's a long weekend for a lot of people because of President's Day, I believe. Um, I'll likely be coming back later at my more usual hour of 3, 4 o'clock a.m. One of the reasons I haven't been streaming at that hour lately is because I have been working hard at updating the websites, getting files ready for the comics, doing the comic house stuff, contemplating getting stuff ready for Amazon Kindle. More than likely, I keep eating the cell phone stand for the art stream. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all probably later or maybe tomorrow. Probably I'll have a little drink. Well, Comic House app. You go ahead and open it. Recently viewed. I have Nevermind right there because I was checking out that everything was all right. You can just go to browse at the bottom. Like everything is alphabet and vertical order, so you can click in or you can just search Nevermind. Nevermind is right here. Loading. Like here, it gives you the options to read it offline, read the comic streamly, and to leave a review or favorite and whatnot. No, read comic. An ad should pop up before the actual. There you go, a quick little ad there. Just exit out, and there you go. There is Nevermind. And I said, and as I said before, like it's not just Nevermind. You can also stream Project New Wave issues 1 through 3 there. There's already like a handful of indie comics that I'm interested in reading as well. So it definitely serves as a good way to spend a night on the couch, or if you're in a bus or a train or something. It's a good alternative. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to see you guys soon. Have a great long weekend and, stay safe and take care.